Welcome to video number 4 in my LinkedIn Basics series. So if you haven't checked out the videos before this video, where we covered your banner, your headline, about section, and also your profile picture, then you can absolutely check out those videos after this one. I will make sure I add the links underneath this video so you can easily find them. But today's video is all about the experiences section, and I'm also going to share a secret tip that you probably don't know about and that will help you to increase your sales significantly if you use it in the right way. So let's dive in. So I hear so many comments and fears around what you can and what you can't add in your experiences section. And what you usually see is this boring outline following an old CV structure. But I would like to encourage you to instead start writing it more in a storytelling way. So in the title of your headline, what you can then, instead of adding the old CEO, CFO, CMO, or whatever it is that you're using, or founder or whatever, that you then rather use more of an explanation or what exactly it is that you're doing and who you're helping. So for example, I worked for 10 years for the same company before I quit my corporate job. And I had 4 or 5 different internal roles across various departments, various areas. But there was one thing that was a common red thread amongst all of these roles. And that was making sure that I was a troubleshooter, I was a global program manager. So I made sure that that comes on top so that people really see in a very concise and summarized way what it was that I was doing there. So you want to actually link to the company page so that people can actually see that you were there, and it makes it a little bit more legit. And by the way, if you don't have a business page for your own company, make sure you create one. That is very easily done. You just create it. It takes you 10 minutes to create a business page. You add a simple logo that you can create in Canva so that it looks better when you link your own company to your own experiences section. I would also encourage you to actually move up, because you can change the different experiences so that you move up so that you have your own company at the top of your experience section, even if you add additional roles after that one. That can be, for example, be your board of director roles or other roles that you do as part of your own business. So if you can add tangible outcomes, tangible results in your experience section, I think that is very beneficial. Also remember that your experience section, as your headline and your about section, they are all SEO relevant, search engine optimization relevant. So the words that people are using to search for your role or to look for people in your niche, for example, one of my clients, she works in quality assurance, and she had across her profile, she had QA, short for quality assurance. That works in her particular case because her target audience, they know what QA means, right? So never use any abbreviations anywhere, which can be confusing. For example, CRM in banking, that can mean both credit risk management and client relationship management. So make sure you don't use abbreviations anywhere unless it's crystal clear for your targeted audience what it actually means. But also remember that if someone searches for your particular role, are they looking for QA or are they looking for quality assurance specialist? Make sure you are consistent throughout your profile with those search words that people are actually looking for. Also, if you make it very broad, like leadership coach or relationship coach, it will be very difficult for your target audience to know that you are actually exactly the person that they are looking for. So make sure you narrow it down so that people can really find you and they can really connect with you. They really know what it is that you're doing and how you're doing it. What you can also do as part of your experience section, what you can do there, which I have done, for example, you can add the different products that you are selling or the different services that you're selling. So you can add links there in your experience section directly to your offers. It can also be if you have published a book, for example. You can add the link directly to the Amazon page where people can click and buy your book. And then you might say, yeah, but Josephine, I actually post about it often. I also mention it in my service section, for example. Might be, but when people scroll through your profile on LinkedIn, their eyes will catch on. Not everyone will look at exactly the same things. One person might read your about section, another person might focus in on your experience section. So the more different touch points you have in your whole LinkedIn profile, the better it actually is. And that will increase the probability that your target audience finds you and decides that they want to work with you. And then you might say, well, how far back the past should I go with my experience section? I actually go even to, I think, my very first job, but there I keep it very short. And I try to write a little bit more interesting. Why does this matter for my current audience? Why does my work that I did at the bank actually matters to my audience today, to my clients today? What is it in that you did before that actually shapes you as the person that you are? And it actually helps you to help your clients today. So I want you to look at your experience section as another piece of connection with your audience. And if you feel, oh, I'm not that creative today, well, add your bullet points into your favorite AI tool and let it help you to rewrite it. Because we want people to find it interesting to actually land on your profile and to read about you, to read about what you have been doing. Because that is how you connect with people so that they find something that you two have in common. For example, every time I connect with someone who's from a Nordic country or Scandinavia or someone who has worked in the big 4 companies, I always add that in either my connection request or in the follow-up DM that I'm sending so that we have a connection already from the beginning. We have something in common that we both have experienced, right? So that was actually it. Don't underestimate the power of your experience section. Make sure you go through it with fresh eyes. Someone who doesn't know you, what would that person think when they read your experience section? Because often I see super powerful, super interesting people, but their experience sections or their whole LinkedIn profiles for that matter are very gray and very don't say anything at all. If you don't know really where to start or all the different things that you need to cover, I have a LinkedIn mastery checklist. I'm going to add the link underneath here. It's free, so you can just download it and then go through the different points. Also, make sure you check out the other videos in this series so that you have a complete LinkedIn Basics Masterclass. If you found this helpful, I'd appreciate if you give this video a thumbs up, add your questions, add your comments underneath this video, and then we will see each other next week. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on next week's video.